What's going on, everybody? This is Rawstarr, and of course, we're sitting with CW, and you're listening to the Misfit Effect. So,
we don't have anything to talk about. We don't have a guest today.
I had an
so
idea.
We're just going to talk about, what's your idea?
I had
You
an
got
idea
ideas?
that popped up in my head like right before I started hitting record.
Oh, tell me about it.
So, it just dawned on me that we've been doing this Burbank Misfits thing for 10 years now.
Oh, my God. And we haven't made $1.
As Burbank Misfits.
Or I haven't.
In general. And, well, you have. You just ate it. I haven't really made a lot from the actual Misfits. But the thing is, it's like, it's put us in some categories where we can enter some doors now, and they just say, oh, that's that group.
What?
Because, like, I told you before, like, people had walked up to me and said, oh, well, I've seen your videos before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nobody says that shit to me.
Well, because
I guess you're the more popular one. I'm just the other guy.
Well,
Which is true. That's what, yeah. Hey, everybody listens to the Misfit Effect. There's another guy. It's usually that guy that's talking to Rawstarr. You can talk to me. I'm not a weirdo. Or maybe I am. So don't talk to me. Continue not to talk to me. It's very weird. Hi. Oh, yeah. I do the Misfit Effect. Or, yeah, I do the thing with you. Oh, you know Rawstarr? Yeah, I do know Rawstarr. Oh, you're the other guy? There's another guy? Oh, yeah, that's me. The other guy. Oh. Do I know you?
You always.
Oh, yeah, you were on the show. We've met 3 times before. Oh, really? I just don't be knowing. Oh, okay. Remember you said you were going to come train at my gym? Oh, yeah. No, I don't. What's your name again? This is the truth of things. Do I sound bitter? Maybe I am.
You know what, though? Honestly, like, oh, God, that's hilarious. The thing is, those, like, if you look at all the old stuff, though,
But you be interacting and stuff. It's just me with my shirt off.
It's like, yeah, it's.
Well, maybe that's it.
You gotta take your shirt off. Like, oh, I recognize that chest.
I wasn't even, I ain't at my best right now. But I wasn't even, like, fit, really, back then.
I mean, an entire Twitter that has a lot of followers tweeted out, we're taking bets to see if he's going to have his shirt on or not. So they were interested in your pectacles.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
We just not out here. I'm just not out here.
You gotta show your titties.
Pumping people's products anymore. So I don't know. I guess I'm not that. I don't be very active on Twitter. I try to be more active, but then I'm like,
I think it's 2 things actually. One,
am I a creeper?
You don't socialize.
Outside of parties
and stuff like that.
Yeah, and people are fucked up.
And
I do comment on some people's Twitters, but then it's just like,
you used to do more, comedy stuff like that, and
they didn't talk to me back then. Let's not. Yeah.
No.
I'm not a person of import.
Let me finish my statement.
So therefore,
let me finish my statement.
I don't exist.
Let me finish my statement.
Thanks.
Like, you don't
Rawstarr.
You don't socialize as much as you
used to.
Could
have.
Can. I mean, you could do it. I mean, like if you were out there more, but you have a respectable business to operate. So
true. I'm trying to get more clients.
So and
I don't know.
And
whatever.
Even last week you asked me to.
Oh yeah, thanks for posting that.
And I did it on Burbank Misfits Twitter, but I couldn't post it last week.
Oh yeah, that's right. You couldn't post it on yours because Rawstarr threatened the president.
I did not threaten the president. No,
I don't know what he really did, but he ended up in Twitter jail. How do you end up in Twitter jail and the president doesn't end up in Twitter jail?
Because he's the president.
Right. That's true.
No, like to put it out there so y'all don't come after me. What I had said was someone was talking about the whole impeachment thing, and then someone was also insulting. I'm gonna say AOC because I don't want to mess up her name, but they were talking about
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
There you go. And you're also talking about the little girl who's
Greta Thunberg.
Thank you.
I think I have that right. If I'm
so
not,
they
hopefully she'll change her Twitter to whatever I just said. That's so funny.
Basically, for the little girl, they were talking about she's a high school sophomore dropout. They were basically saying that AOC's education isn't further than being a bartender, and they were saying you can't. Like, how are you going to impeach a president? I mean, you cannot impeach him. I'm like, well,
wait. Does this person know anything about what is their education level?
It was just someone who I saw on the internet.
You got pulled into a random.
I was just irritated.
I was
just irritated that day, and then I
got time today.
And I said, no matter what, at the end of the day, he's already impeached. Yeah. And today, because we're recording this on Thursday, they just brought the letters of impeachment to Congress. Anyway, that's today. And that's just to see if we're going to remove him from office. And that's all I was trying to explain to them. And then when they're basically saying, well, AOC's education isn't further than being a bartender, I'm like, well, wait. She has a degree in a BA from Boston University. She was a teacher while she was doing bartending, and isn't it supposed to be a land of work for your accomplishments and not just get it handed to you? And because she went out there and had a job while she was educating herself or furthering her life, you got an issue with that. And when it comes to the Greta, whatever, she's a child. But she spoke out and she started a whole protest while she was in school about, that in general.
The future.
And
it doesn't matter if you drop out of high school if you don't have a world to live in when you're 40.
And then these idiots don't know the difference between weather and climate. And it's
they're like, the weather's fine. Yes, the weather is fine. But you haven't noticed the change in climate over the years. These crazy winters, these super hot summers, a continent is currently on fire.
And it's even in what's... And people don't understand the difference of that. And I was just... That day, I don't know what was going on.
Today's subject is how Rawstarr got into Twitter jail.
And... At that moment, I was just really not. I don't know. I was just not having a good day, and I have no idea what actually happened. It was just at that moment I just needed to. I just needed to say something to somebody, and then I woke. Actually, the last tweet that I wrote that was on there for a while was I said today. I said tomorrow is the founding of Phi Beta Sigma, and I will be posting like crazy. And the day after is the day that I
nah, dog.
The day after is the day I became a Sigma, the 10th. So I'm like, I said, for the next 2 days, I will be posting Sigma stuff up like crazy. I was sadly mistaken. And by the way, happy centennial to the Zetas, which is today.
Happy centennial. Was it? Fight.
Oh. So yeah, they just turned 100 today, and yeah, but I couldn't post anything. It was just and when I'm looking on the Burbank Misfits Twitter, since I was just on that one, just using Twitter, not getting that one suspended. And like you can type in I typed in my name to see all the tweets that were at me, and it was like so much stuff that I'm like I can't really reply to, or if I reply to under Burbank Misfits, people won't know it's me. And it's crazy. I replied to 2 things under it, whatever, and it was people.
Who the fuck is this?
People were following our Twitter, that don't follow me on my personal Twitter.
Oh,
and I'm like, can I? And they like it was someone who followed me that followed us as 122K followers.
You got what?
Yeah.
Damn.
And I'm like, can you follow my other one so we can converse? But yeah. I couldn't even post up about the oil wrestling competition. So it was just an interesting 7 days of not being able to communicate with humans. And we
on Twitter. It's just Twitter. But a lot of a lot of things you do are on Twitter. I have to admit, I do have to get my Twitter game up. Mm-hmm. But then I'd be like, sometimes I want to be commenting on. Okay, here's the thing: starlets and male performers. I don't know if I should probably say male and female performers. Sometimes you got like cool jokes and stuff, and then sometimes I respond, and then sometimes you're like asking a question, and then I'm like, is this like some porn advertising thing you're saying, or are you generally asking the question? I could answer, but do I want to answer? And then, I don't know.
See, the thing with me was like, one thing
some are fun, but then I'm like, are you going to be like, oh, that's the other guy on Burbank Misfits? No, you'll say, who's the fuck is this creep with no followers? Answer my question. He must be some weird fan. But then one time somebody I didn't know, a starlet, did follow me, and I was like, what you following me for? I don't be talking to nobody. But then I was like, oh, that's cool. I'll follow you right back. Do you want to be on the show? Didn't ask that because I took a picture at the Urban X Awards, and I was like, hey, I took a picture of you. I'll send it to you. And they're like, okay. Then they're like, you took this picture? And I was like, yeah, I'm the other guy in the Burbank Misfits. Rawstarr wasn't everywhere that night. You saw me. Actually, I've been following you for years.
I'm everywhere,
and I interact on your post.
I'm everywhere.
Damn. They'd be like,
I'm everywhere. I even.
Oh, that's Rawstarr by proxy. That ain't nobody. That's Rawstarr's minion. Oh, what's your name? You Rawstarr friend. Oh, okay.
This is Rawstarr featuring.
Oh, yeah. Rawstarr is David Ruffin, and I am the Temptations.
You're not even Otis.
I'm not even Otis. I'm the one that was originally doing all the drinking. You can't make it to the show?
I can't even think of his name right now.
See? Exactly. You can't even think his name. You can't even think of the actor name and what else you're like, he was in some other stuff. Oh. Didn't Lawrence Fishburne make him eat that bad sundae on Hoodlum? He was like, I never get almonds on my sundae. He was like, eat that sundae.
I don't even know what.
Oh, you never seen sundae? Yeah, that was the only other thing
I've seen Hoodlum, but it's been so long.
I think that's the only other thing I've seen that guy in. Well, he's probably listening. He's going to tweet you and be like, hey, whoever the fuck that other dude is, Rawstarr, I was in this. I got hits.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. It's interesting because we've had people come in here and I've been like, yeah, I'm complaining about people not knowing me. They've been like, hey, nice to meet you. And Rawstarr has literally been like, he's been to your house a couple times. I was in your house.
The only thing that
Y'all smoked weed together. Yeah.
yeah.
Y'all met several times. I'm not very memorable, guys. That's why you don't know. I'm just a voice.
The thing is, you just go out to one thing, then you don't.
I do, and I hang back. I'm not like, hey guys, blah blah. Because sometimes I have to say, I know I'm at an industry party, but I don't watch everybody's videos.
I don't either.
I don't know everybody's names. I don't interact so I'm like, hey, how's it going?
See, the only thing
You know what's funny though? Being to Jake's parties when they used to go on, and being at different parties, it's funny when I see people outside at the regular, like when I'm out at the club, and I'm like, I know you from somewhere. Oh, I think I know you from, but I'm like, I'm not going to say anything, but it's just like, oh, wow, I remember you from, you don't remember me from there, do you? I've actually had interactions with people where I'm like, oh, you don't remember me. I know where you're from. I didn't say that, but I'd be like, hey, nice to meet you, because of course you're not going to give me you might be giving me your government name.
Yeah. The thing is, like,
I'm bitter, obviously.
the thing is, like, I go to more stuff in that.
You do. You be interacting.
And the thing is, it's like, most of the time, like as you said before, I forget on who podcast, like who we were, who was our guest was. But as you said before, like it's like people meet me, it's like, do I really want to talk to him? And then they see me again, like it's like they all just run up to me, like, hey, you know.
That's true. They be like, hey, oh, that's Rawstarr. Oh, hey, Rawstarr.
Yeah, it's like, okay. It is to the point, like...
They be like, who's that dude?
Honestly,
hanging
like...
around Rawstarr. Who's
like,
that weird dude he brings?
That's
me.
Like, for example, like...
the misfit in the Burbank Misfits.
I was at karaoke, and like I love Camilla Clutch. She's so sweet. Like, she pushed somebody out the way to run up to me and give me a hug. And that was a performer. So she pushed them out the way first, gave me a hug, then went back and talked to them. And I'm like, really? Me? Me? So it's like, it's just different interactions, you know. And it's the same way with some bigger name people too. And it's like, me? I'm like, I can't advance your career. I mean, I might know who can.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, that part.
You like what's that? You starting to become like the porn black Godfather. You be like, hey, it's maybe not me, but I know who the person you need to talk to.
I mean, the person.
That's true. You do. You always tell the people to talk to.
The person who I bowl with every week, usually every week, like they've been around forever. Like, I mean, they're old. Forever. I mean, they've been around. It was around in the 90s, and they still shoot. So, and they shoot a lot. So it's not like they're like 58 or something like that. So, and I'm both with them every Wednesday. So, yeah. So I mean, I know people, and even the fact that we got people coming to us and they want to send their guests. Oh yeah. By the way. This is going up in January, but starting in sometime in late February, maybe we might start getting the Rub's clients coming in, and
the Rub,
and they have a huge client pool, like literally a huge client pool, and they asked me if a lot of their clients can come in and do the podcast, and it's like, you know. Like going back to what I said when we first started this podcast itself, it's like, you know, we're small time. We have fun or whatever, and we're not too deep inside of that world, you know. Like we have fun, you know.
Oops.
We have fun.
Sorry.
We have fun, and it's like, okay, you want to send your people here, and it's fantastic. Thank you. I look forward to seeing who they want to send over here, because I know for a fact that a few people who are their clients, I look forward to having on here. Mm-hmm. And it's like, thank you. It's like,
what?
Yeah.
Wow. I always usually think we be bullshitting on here.
We do.
And people are like, oh, we really like that. Sometimes I have had clients say, like, I listened to that. That was funny.
Yeah, is it the thing?
Or like, wow.
Because the thing is, like, I think I told you before.
But then also, I feel like, in a lot of ways, we get different kind of people in the industry, but I feel like we do interview a lot of new starlets in certain ways. So then people can get an actual feel for their personalities somewhat
Well,
in
I mean, even
thing. But we got some people that, you know, got some years in the game. But I'm just saying, like, you get a real picture of these people you
even
watch
like the ones we just do with, like we're doing right now by like just me and you. Mm-hmm. Like I told you before, like one of my friends came up to me and said that he listened to our podcast about, we were talking about movies that make us cry. You know, and they were just telling me all the stuff. Like, I don't even remember all the stuff we talked about in the podcast that day. And they were just, like, you know, just spitting off stuff that you were saying and I was saying. And
wow.
I'm like,
you make a motherfucker feel real good. That's
like,
right.
Really?
I'm feeling real good.
And I'm like, and then they went back and said, yeah, they said, like, the My Girl thing. And they said, yes. I mean, if you don't get feels from just hearing the wears his glasses, you're not human. You need some emotion. But yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just like, you know, but like in retrospect, like you could say that, like, when we first started doing anything in general, it came from a radio show and whatever. And some people listen. It was during the summer too, but some people listen to us there, whatever. And now we do this, and we get to interact with certain, I'm using quotes, celebrities, you know. And it's like, it's just very, very, like, you know, fulfilling in a way and not in others, you know, because we aren't, you know, making millions of dollars. But we get invited to stuff. So it's like.
Yeah, you get invited to stuff.
You're not social.
I'm social. I talk to people.
You don't go out to events.
I don't go out to events. But then, like, I got a girlfriend, and people are like, well, you should still be able to go to our events. You don't understand. I mean,
no, I mean,
I have a girlfriend.
I'm not saying,
but she's cool with me going to these things.
I'm not saying it
but sometimes it'd be like, I don't know if she's cool with me exactly seeing live sex shows either. And sometimes some of these events turn into live sex shows. Maybe a back and around the corner. You don't have to. Well, actually, we were at a whole thing and we didn't know anything that was going on. So I guess it's all right.
You know what's crazy about that? What's crazy about that is
I like to go to EDM events.
It's like y'all walked in front of it
and
and walked around me looking at them do it, and then y'all just walked away and left and didn't even realize someone was there.
Yeah, had no idea.
It's like, you know, like, even though, like, you know, like, if I go bowling, I'm interacting with certain people, whatever, and only once did they even do something that's, you know, in relation to that, and that's with porn people. With oil wrestling, I go to that.
Oh, yeah.
They're just dancing in there. And
I mean, yeah. I was just deflecting. I really I'm not social.
And like,
I could really go to more things, but I'd be like, I'm going to go dance.
I go to these events. I just stand there, say, hi, I'm Rawstarr. Then I walk away, and then they come back and say, Raw. And then I'm like, who are you?
Yeah, people be doing
like
honestly,
like
you like who?
Honestly, the day I told you that Rod was having a party at the where they
gonna come. I fell asleep.
And where they're gonna start doing porn star karaoke at over here at what's the name of this club? Good Night in North Hollywood. Like it was like 4 performers there who I've met before, and I had no idea who they were. And it's like, okay.
But now he remembers. If you're listening.
So it's like, okay, good, nice to meet you. I'm Raw, whatever, you know. And people like even someone was speaking to me on their live the other day. And like if you go live, I'll like pop in if I'm not doing anything. And then someone was like, "What do I call you?" I'm like, "Just call me Raw. Just call me Rawstarr." You know, they say because like I just see that you're the homie. I just don't know if I should call you that or do you prefer a different name, like not your Twitter name? I'm like that name has been around for forever. You know, I prefer it. I mean, like I said, some people call me Ross, some people say Rawstarr, people say Prince, and then you got some people like CW that just says my real name.
Yeah. I mean, I use it less than I used to.
Yeah, but it's just for that. It's
what are we eating?
For me, it's just
a whole nother thing.
It's just a habit. Like if you tell me when I meet you, whatever, and you say this is your name, whatever, or if you even change your name, for me it's like an automatic click in my brain to call you that name. You know, even if I know your real name.
Yeah. You stick it to like your public persona names. Yeah. Even if you know their real names.
Yeah. 'Cause I know
that which is very respectful, I think.
Yeah. So
he's not gonna Gordon you like Sting. He's gonna just call you Sting.
The only thing that's hard to do is if I know you and then like you change your name to something that I cannot pronounce. Yeah, someone did that.
Oh wow! Okay.
And like her name beforehand, like, and she's not a performer. She's a regular actress, whatever. Oh. But her persona name was Wreckin' Havoc, because her is a play on her on her real name.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, because I think Wreckin' is her first name.
Okay.
Rakan or something like that.
Okay.
And it's like, okay, and Wreckin' Havoc, wringing havoc. So I'm like, that is programmed in my brain. And it's like, she changed her name to something else. It's like, and I told him, I said, it's hard for me to call you, say that new name. Can I still just call you Havoc? Because it's easier for me to say what's going on Havoc to her in general, Mm-hmm. But, that's a catch-22. But I forgot where I was going to with this. You led me down astray. But yeah, you gotta go come to most more social events, CW. Get your name out there. Who are you? Who is this man? You're like
nobody wondering who I am.
No, honestly though,
I gotta say,
of
all the people we probably met, there's probably consistently like 4 people that ask about, I guess I really do sound bitter. There's about 4 people you consistently say like, oh, blah, blah, I asked about you. I'm not going to say on air, but you know who you are. Thank you.
I'm trying to think, because I know when you were saying that, I'm thinking, all right, I know 2 people in general already. Okay, I'm trying to think of the others. Because I know one person always asks about you every time I see him. So, and you know who I'm talking about. So, she's a very foxy person.
Well, shit, you just let it out of the bag.
I didn't let it out of the bag.
No, I mean, but
no one knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they do. They do. Yeah, they do know who you're talking about. Not everybody does. But yeah, no, about that, like one other person. But that's fine.
Yeah.
I guess I don't need, like, hey, where you at? I don't need to be disappointing people.
Well, I mean, like, I do understand.
Catch me up at, if you want to catch
me
if
outside.
you want to know
How about that?
Where
catch him at CC Fitness.
CW is at?
Catch
me at CC Fitness. Catch me at Academy. Catch me at Exchange. Catch me at Sound. Catch me at Avalon After Hours.
I've only been to one of these places he's naming.
And catch me at, if you real grimy, Joseph's in the morning at the after hours.
You know, I've never been to Joseph's, but
you heard about it?
I know about the Joseph's itself. So I remember about.
Oh, we almost went to a thing there years ago at night.
Yeah, so I know about Joseph. I just never been there myself. You know, I'm not a club person though.
I am. I love to dance.
Like even
music.
if I go to these strip clubs for these events, it's like I sit way in the back. Like I had my birthday gathering there for the cage fight, the real boxing cage fight. And like I sit way in the back, way in the VIP, just looking at them from a distance. Like, dang, they going at it. That's really deep. And then I just sit way back there. I don't interact with the strippers. I just interact with the people who are in the VIP section. You know. So I'm not as like. I mean, I'm old. I can't really do all the stuff I used to do anymore.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lie. Some days be more extreme than any time in my 20s.
Yeah, well,
to be honest.
I mean, you are.
I was a late bloomer when it came to like different stuff.
Do a lot of different things than anything else. You know?
This is true. Who's going to EDC this year? I am.
And like I can't see myself like even if I was able-bodied, I couldn't see myself really enjoying EDC.
I can see, yeah. I do a lot of crazy stuff. I'm like, I'll try it, or I'll go. Let's see.
Yeah. So, and I'm more laid back. Like I need to know why I'm there.
Oh, I just need to know where the drugs at.
So. Yeah.
Or where's the good music? Actually, I don't need the drugs so much.
See. That's just the opposite of me. You know, give me a good event to go to. I can walk around, meet everybody, then leave.
I mean, yeah, you're very good at networking. I am not so much so. That's also why I don't know all these people. Because I'm like, I'm going to stand over the end. And then also, it's always like that. You have a reputation, and I don't. So, I mean, I'm like, every time, if I'm not going out and socializing, every time somebody sees me, it's like, who's this weird civilian rando dude?
I do try to make sure that if I do anything that's being related,
you do invite me.
I do. Well, yeah. I mean, well.
Or you tell people, you introduce me to people, and they're like, okay, who's this guy?
Like if you're
he does the podcast with me.
If you're at the event with me, I do say, this is CW. This is yada yada. This is CC Fitness. He runs a gym. If you need to get, I do all that. And like, if I post something up that's in relation to anything that we're doing, whatever, with someone else that has a name, whatever, I tag your name into it.
How was bowling did you go bowling last night?
I didn't go last night. I honestly didn't want to do anything social until
Twitter came back up.
Until February.
Oh, till February? I'm taking a break till March.
So, and the thing is like, the only reason I say February is because I do stuff with that old wrestling stuff. And like, the only reason I'm doing the twerk, it's a twerking event this weekend.
Really?
Twerking event, winner gets $200.
Hey, come out all you twerkers. You're not going to hear this.
The only reason I'm doing that is because someone messaged me and they hit me up. They called me and said, hey, can you come here, be on the podcast, and help us judge?
You going to be on a podcast?
They wanted me to be on their podcast and help them judge.
This that shit I'm talking about right there. Nobody asked me.
I mean, you weren't.
But you the man around
you
town.
haven't even met them yet.
I know.
I met them at.
I don't want to hear it. No, whose podcast? Let's plug it.
I don't even know the name of it. They just
wow. Whose podcast is it?
The dick sucker girl.
The dick sucker girl. You're really narrowing it down.
The one who wrote the book about dick sucking.
Oh, Dee Dee the Great.
Yeah.
Why do I remember that? She's supposed to be our guest. I guess I have her book.
Yeah. The thing is, like, well, I can't say why she hasn't been able to get on right now.
No, I mean, she has her reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that. But I'm just saying, I remember her.
Yeah. So she asked me to come on because she's the one who's doing the twerking event.
Oh, really? Where's the twerking event at?
It's going to be at Blue Zebra.
Oh, Blue Zebra. I need to go one day.
Yeah. So.
Do they have a good buffet?
They don't have food.
They don't have food? Good. Because that's just weird to me. Like, come enjoy our wonderful buffet and tip the girls. I don't want love spell and coochie juice in my face while I'm eating buffalo wings.
There's one thing, like with this is
steak.
I'm gonna talk about these events really quick.
Let's talk about them.
Okay, so as I say again, I go to the cage fight, and it's usually topless cage fight, and they serve alcohol. Okay, the Oyo wrestling is fully nude, and I don't know how it is in your state where we're listening from right now. But out here in LA, if they serve alcohol, if they serve alcohol, they cannot take off their bottoms. If it's just a sober, no alcohol place, it is fully nude. That is not how it is in a lot of the other places. That is where I feel that it hurts the Oyo wrestling, because at that place they're fully they're fully nude, but
they can't serve alcohol.
They can't serve alcohol. And people, like, you're not drunk enough to just throw all your money.
Yeah, you got. That's true. That's true.
And you go to the cage fight. Sometimes they're topless, and sometimes they're not.
And people are like, "Yeah, here's the fucking money."
And
killer.
I've seen a girl, and I respect. She's making her money. She's making her loot, whatever. But she's fully clothed. She's just dancing. And I seen someone, I want to say it was at least $300 this dude just threw up in the air on her. And I'm like, she is fully nude. Fully clothed, whatever. And
he said, I don't give a fuck. I'm fucked up. I'm balling out here, bro.
You can't see nothing.
She about to beat somebody up.
You can't see no areola.
You're too pretty to get beat up. Here's
you might be able to see a butt cheek, whatever. But you're not seeing no areola. You're not seeing no vag. I mean, that doesn't, for people like me, it's like I've seen so many breasts in my life, like either from me watching porn or from me doing these events or from me taking pictures of people. It's like I'm null now. I'm so null on just looking at titties. So I'm more apt to tip at a fully nude place than I am at just to look at breasts. That's why I know if you, I don't know that if it's, I don't know it's gone now. Showgirls at Fort Wayne, we used to be in Coliseum. That was the very first strip club I went into, and I hated it so much because it was just topless. And I thought all strip clubs was that way at that time, until I went to one in Chicago. And
pop that pussy.
And the one in Chicago was fully nude, pussy. And they served alcohol.
Feel that juice.
And
see that stain on your shirt? That's from me.
And
that's love spell.
And then some girl gave me a lap dance out this world, and I'm like,
oh yeah,
fully nude.
I wouldn't do it.
And I'm like,
oh, I need a thin strip of fabric in between us.
I mean, I was wearing stuff.
Not really me. I don't really go to adult dancing places.
How was I then? This was in 2007.
I went to a place and the girl was like, "We don't dance here. It's all about the private room." And I was like, "Oh, y'all selling pussy in here, huh?"
That's how You know, and I want to say some stuff, but I don't want to say it on here right now. But that's how I feel that some clubs are. They just stand around.
You selling pussy. This is a prostitution place. I knew somebody that was like, nah, the places here, like especially in the valley, she's like, you got to work too hard. She's like, it's hard being a stripper. You got to turn all kind of tricks, and you don't even get like a lot of money. Like you just got to bounce everywhere. And I was like, oh, really? That's how it goes down, huh?
That, like it's different clubs, and with Cheetah's being here now, and I think Cheetah's here now is topless only, and I've actually seen someone post a video of them at that club, whatever. Somebody was showing me the video, and people were dropping buckets there, you know. And I believe the girls at like a topless bar are more amped to do more creative stuff than girls at one that's fully nude, even though they're fully nude. And it's just you know, you gotta work for your money, honey. I mean, you don't have to have sex with everybody, but if I'm walking around,
make them toss that cash, baby.
If I'm walking,
don't be boring.
If I'm walking around more than you and you're the stripper,
we've got a problem. You need to work for that money, baby. And sometimes dancing ain't just enough. You need to hit that gym, get that body tight. Then you have to do a lot less.
So
I mean, I'm just being honest.
Unless you
CC Fitness, come get some training.
Unless the club is that's their thing. They got
that's true.
Heavy girls, and I mean I know people who are into that, and it's just like, for me that's not my thing, but is that what your club is into?
I guess. Can I go wash my hands? Blech.
See, and this is why I always tell CW to
turn on my phone,
turn off his phone. But you know what? He doesn't do it. He just sits around and let all the sounds and noises go off, because you see, like, even like you might be able to hear my phone vibrate, but no one messages me. But his phone always is going off the hook. And he's talking about how I'm more popular than him. People love them some CW.
No, I just have all my notifications.
What in the heck happened there last night? I'm sorry, that was at bowling last night.
Oh, okay.
That's like, I'm gonna say this.
They be crazy at bowling.
In the public too. It's not like it's a private. That's just the last lane. And what gets me in general is how, like, time and place, people, time and place.
Yes, I mean, I guess it's hot in the fantasy of people to turn things on and be like blah blah, but these kids bowling. There's other people around. This ain't your property. Chill out a little bit.
So I want to say this.
Some people are into it, but you got to read the room, baby.
It's a place in Glendale. That's a bowling place, and they only book private parties.
Oh, okay. So you can be like, whatever.
And I'm thinking to myself, they have 6 lanes, and I'm like, okay. And I forget how much it is per hour. Do you know what type of events you can do there and just?
Oh man.
And I'm like, I don't know, like, because they used to do
balls
this,
out bowling.
They used to
got
have
my balls out while I'm bowling.
They used to have.
Can she hit a turkey with this digging up?
Like, because this girl, her name is Lily Evans. The first picture I've ever seen of her, she is probably like the only porn performer that I would say right now, if they say, come over here, Ron, come get it, I would say yes without thinking about it.
Wait, what?
And it's like the first picture I saw her.
Who is this?
Lily Evans. And the first picture,
oh, that's who you would just.
No, like I would
If
like
you come
like
get
no.
it.
The one I would
I
say,
gotta look her up.
the one I would just say, okay, I'm down without thinking about it, you know.
Oh, okay.
And she was the one that I got a lot of followers from because I told everybody like that it was her picture that was circulating and wasn't a famous wrestler's picture that was circulating.
Oh, right. Yeah, you were like, it's not when people thought it was Paige or somebody.
Like I said, it's not.
It's not.
It's not AJ Lee.
AJ Lee. Oh, yeah, that's right.
This is Lily Evans. And like the funny thing is, I've seen a lot of referees start following.
They're
Lily.
like, wait, hold on. She looked like it though. Let me go ahead and follow. Hey, Lily Evans, I never heard about you before.
Because AJ Lee retweeted it and said, "That's a thing," and I'm like, "That is hilarious."
Yeah.
So, but here or there, but first picture I saw her was at the porn star, naked bowling.
Ooh, my stomach.
And I'm like, that looks fun, but it was too much money. And I'm like, they don't do that anymore. I'm like, so if you do that there and you charge like $10, whatever, per person, whatever, to like bowl, you can make a lot of money from that. You know, it's just, just opportunities. But the thing is, you just got to make sure that the place is comfortable with, people being naked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because just...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're almost done. Oh, we actually are done.
We are done.
But
Okay, I thought we had...
But let me finish this statement, though. But yeah, just think about how much... Like, how many people would be willing to just, bowl naked? And then, like, let alone people would do sexual stuff if they were just there, You just have an opportunity to, exploit that, But anyway, CW, you want to tell them how to follow you directly?
All right. You can follow my personal Instagram on Christopher_Willie with an IE, not a Y, _J. You can follow my gym. You can find it on Google at CC Fitness. You can find it on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook as CC Fitness LA. So that's how you reach me if you want to train. If you want to talk about comedy, you can hit me up at CW Chandler. That's easy to find. On Facebook even. But yeah, you can finally track. You can usually probably track down Rawstarr because that's who y'all really talk to, and you can find me through that way. Now you Rawstarr, the real star.
If you want to follow me directly, it is Rawstarr, RAWSTARR on Twitter and on Instagram. If you want to follow us directly, Burbank Misfits on Twitter and on Facebook. The Burbank Misfits on Instagram. BurbankMisfits.com, which gives a link to everything that CW does, everything that I do. It does give a brief overview of everything that we do together. But you got to go into the page. It also gives a link to this, to the podcast. We also created the MisfitEffect.com is our official site. Make sure you check out ccfitnessla.com or raunchycommunications.com, whatever, to see everything and everything that we're into. We do a lot of stuff. We just seem like we don't do nothing, But
I'm just looking at these tweets. Who the fuck did you pay $1,500 on accident?
Oh, okay. You want to talk about that really quick before I go off, or do you want to keep that?
We can keep that secret. We always end it on a random what and never bring it up again. Last time when I was like, when I accidentally did meth. All right, signing off.
So no, $1,500, whatever. What happened was we were so in my job, whatever. I have to send off all these payments to people for doing stuff for us and stuff like that. The thing is, the person gave me the wrong email address. He had like a misspelled letter or whatever. And like, so I sent it off thinking it was correct. And the email worked. So whoever I had it, whatever, there's that. It went to them, whatever. And then they came back and said the email was wrong. I was able to get it back, whatever. But it was just like, really? Like, if like, seriously, out there, people, if someone is sending you more than $800, wouldn't you make sure the email is right so you can get your money? Or would you just say, send off whatever, and then say, F it, it's right, and then come back hours later and say, oops, I sent you the wrong email. Can we get this sent to the right one? After I've already sent it off, whatever, and now I have to go through the headache of doing all this stuff because you did not, double check. I should have said F them and say, nope, you lost your money. Still do our work. That pisses me off. But, I'm not going to curse. But, yeah, it was just like, really? And it just caused a few hours of headache that I did not have to deal with. I didn't want to deal with. And it's just like, really? It's like, this is not $5, people.
That's right.
Over $1,000,
All right, bye, guys.
Anyway, what about your mouth?
Meth? We'll talk about it another time.
All right. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to y'all next week.